All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our matches for the day, which is to say, this is the stage 2 of our playoff race as we start winding down this season. This is gonna be a good one. We've got Washed Up, we've got Team Gravity in this first round matchup on this channel. It's Palidore here, casting alongside SirDimwi. Cameraman is Wit here on channel 1. Over on channel 2, got ourselves Sputnik, Cobra, and Swift, camming with SoMuchForSubtlety in the match between Smash Dash and Alpha Ducks. So you guys got choices, but either or, we're glad to have you here. So SirDimwi, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. Yeah, really excited for this matchup between Gravity and Washed Up. I didn't think, I wasn't sure. I didn't actually look at the matchups prior to starting here, and I didn't actually expect to see Gravity versus Washed Up in round 1. So I'm actually suddenly really excited. I mean, I was already excited for everything going on today in general, but right now I'm so excited for this matchup as, yeah. But these two teams, you've got, it looks like Washed Up is going to be on the left, and Gravity is going to be on the right there. Gravity in blue here with Vichex, Alpacino, Loose Ammo, Simon, and Washed Up on the left there with Taco on Thursday, Boop 90, Finn, and Bad Internet. And I talked about hanging out with Taco on Thursday yesterday. Actually, I got to play a few rounds of chess against Taco on Thursday yesterday while we were hanging out. And I'm horrible at chess. I understand the rules. I know how these pieces move, but that's where my knowledge of chess ends. And suffice it to say, he absolutely demolished me. He had a lot of fun demolishing me in chess yesterday, and so that was definitely an enjoyment to get there. But as I said, I'm really excited for this matchup here between these two teams. I expect a lot of really high level play, a lot of really fast chains, a lot of really beautiful passes, and a lot of beautiful goals here.
Oh yeah, assuredly so. This is going to be a good one, and possibly, as a chat mentions there, Lanzan saying or asking, is this the hypest game? No? Yes. I think at least one of them. I mean, Washed Up, very intriguing to see what goes on because I don't know what to expect. I mentioned in the pre-show the X factor regarding this team because there are a lot of longtime players here, very talented players, but it's just a question of what have they been able to put together these last several weeks now of scrimming and just since the Challengers Cup as well. You know, what can Team Gravity, the preseason champions, what can they expect coming in here against this team that they haven't otherwise scrimmed for a lot of this season? Just the same, Team Gravity is a team, you know, who had that hiatus for a little while, but has since come back and has been scrimming a bunch, as you mentioned in the pre-show, and looking really good according to the Phantom. So the first shot of the game will be barely missed there off the pole and taken down by Al Pacino as he dumps it off to Simon, then back again to Viatrex for the top down shoulder and to the barrier, but loses it to Bad Internet.
And now that the stream can actually see what's going on, you got Simon there with the disc, moving in, sending that one across, hitting Loose Ammo. Oh, what a stop. Loose Ammo's going to get it back and put it in for that first 35 seconds in. Team Gravity is going to get on the board first here from a beautiful goal there from Loose Ammo after that feed from Simon.
And that'll do it just the way Team Gravity likes to get started off with that first goal, get running, because they're a team. The thing is, if they do start pulling ahead by a couple goals at some point, I would not be terribly surprised, especially in this situation, to definitely just see them start coming through with some maybe stalling as that nice dunk goes through for Bad Internet. So it ties it right up.
The give and go there, I'm pretty sure that was Bad Internet and Finn back and forth, just all the way down. They're keeping the defense off their feet. They're forcing the defense to move back and forth between them, basically playing monkey in the middle. And ultimately, it opens up. Bad Internet sends that one in. The goalie get a stop, but we saw it again after we saw it in that first goal. Goalie gets a stop, but then the shooter gets the disc right back and pops it right back in. And now we have a tie game, a minute and a half in.
That was something I used to pull off a lot in the earlier days when I used to compete more, just because the goalies, they make me nervous sometimes. So I'm always expecting to throw it into their hands, and these days you see a lot of these players expecting just the same. So much goalkeeping talent in Europe that you have to always be aware that, hey, if that disc gets stolen, if it gets grabbed, if it gets saved, I'm still right there with my hands in the right position as they dump it off here to Lewis, and right back again to Viatrex. That was a very interesting play, but it's a two-pointer just the same.
both of these teams right now are just picking apart the defense of the other, and we see it again right there. Vitrex and Loose Ammo going back and forth right in front of the goal, and yeah, ultimately it does end up going in. A nice dunk there for Vitrex, and yeah, now Team Gravity up by 2.
Yeah, so we'll go here over to Finn. Finn coming through with that disc and just going to observe as teammates spread out the floor. Finn might just have a walk-in if she wants it, but she's going to go for the pass back up high and to Al Pacino's hands. Mentioned him in the pre-show because that's what he does. He knows how to get those saves.
Yeah, that was a beautiful stop there from Al Pacino after another give and go we see there from that was washed up coming in on the goal, and just yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal. The passing we're seeing in this game is just neither team's defense is doing that good of a job, except for we saw some great stops, but they got put off. Vitrex is going to pop that one in from the feet from, excuse me, Lewis Ammo is going to pop that one. Was it, I think it was Vitrex took the shot and Lewis Ammo grabbed it in front of the goal. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Vitrex took the shot, Lewis Ammo got the grab and stuffed it in for the 2. And Gravity's now up by 4.
Wouldn't be the first time that I've seen that go on. But either way, see, even when Team Gravity isn't necessarily trying, they still find the assists, whether they like it or not. And going for the shot via Trex. He's not going to miss that one. Just takes it right in on the goalie. Pretty much a one-on-one there. 8-2 now for TG.
Yeah, that was masterful there from Team Gravity. They forced a turnover immediately, and they already have a player down there, Vitrex, ready to put that one in, and he does. The goalie was able to get back to the goal, but he puts it in nonetheless. A beautiful hook shot to the top side of the goal, and now Team Gravity's up by 6.
And trying to come back now with an open shot. Now that would have been very, very helpful to the efforts here of Washed Up, but they will instead just lose that disc over to Vitrex as he goes for a clear. But in the midline, there's a couple players able to recover here. Washed Up getting the disc and just maneuvering around the Geo is Finn.
Yeah, you see how Finn's maneuvering around the Geo. She's basically juking, making it hard for the defense to track where she is and where she's heading. And also, I wanted to point out Simon, when he got a grab in the bubble, looked like he pulled out the step ladder. He went vertical so high. But now an opportunity. Finn gonna walk this one in, swoop it around, and bring it in for the dunk. And that's gonna be 2 for Washed Up. And now they're only down by 4.
So that's exactly what they needed. Couldn't get that open 3 earlier. Doesn't matter. There's 5 minutes left. That's a lot of time. And for a team with strikers like Boop, like bad internet, I mean, and then Finn also contributing there on that particular play. This is a team that can pile on points in a hurry, especially with the defense that they're able to play in goal with the likes of Taco and Finn.
I also want to point out that look at the passing they're doing here. They have that aggressive chain is coming after them, so they're hanging out in their own zone and passing it around, forcing those players to break up, and that's what's giving them the space to now move out. That's a beautiful play. It's something we did on Nova. We would do it on the floor. They did it on the Geo. And oh, see, that's the chain they were worried about. The chain ultimately does get back to them once they get away from it, but that's what the setup was. They were trying to break that chain up to force them around, basically running in a circle.
Big pileup forming there off of the stuns. That was not just a traditional pileup. That was a moving one as the players get the disc here off of just a bunch of clustered up situations. There's the stacks again, just resulting in yet some more piles and trying to control it, wrangle it somehow as yet more stacks come through and with a potential open goal and could have been devastating to the efforts here of Washed Up, but they're going to retain at least the defensive positioning and try and get it back with those stacks.
And Gravity's control right now is absolutely masterful. No one's holding onto the disc for more than half a second. And that beautiful feed, Simon to Lewis Amos. Lewis Amos coming in on that right side of the goal, the left side from the defender's perspective. He comes in and pops that one in for the 2. And that's going to put Gravity up by 6. But I mean, watch how Gravity's moving that disc. The washed up defense, they're getting it together. Their chains are moving so fast. But Gravity's moving that disc too fast for them to keep up. Nobody on their team is holding it for more than half a second. And they're going back and forth and across. It's beautiful passing. Another turnover there for Gravity.
And maybe a chance at some more scores, but couldn't quite find that one. It will be Finn taking it away and looking for that clear and the immediate boost. That's another thing that Finn, on any team that she's on, whether it's here as part of Washed Up or with Blast or as what was it, Team Lethargy, I think, Brain Dead back in season 3 of VRL, Wild back. I mean, she is really, really quick with the stacks and good with that synergy anytime she has those teammates.
Speaking of stacks and synergy, the way that Washed Up forced a turnover, they sent it down. They had a stack ready. Stack chases it down, gets her quick, goes for that non-hesitated shot at the goal. But Gravity's stack was just as fast, got to the goal, was able to make the save. Those beautiful stacks from both teams, perfectly executed by both teams. But ultimately, because of that perfect execution by Gravity, they were able to make the stop on the empty net goal.
And Al Pacino being bothered in that midline by Finn, but Finn getting stunned, so now maybe slightly out of position. Team Gravity, they are in pretty good position to maybe start closing this out. I did mention earlier on, if they do start getting ahead by a few goals, I don't think it's beyond them to stall out a little bit with these mid-range passes, and that's a very wise thing to do, considering just the stakes at play in terms of the season.
You know, it's easy to forget how much clock management is just as big a part of the game as scoring and defense, because it's such an offensively heavy game that you're in score mode all the time. As Lewis Ammo coming in score mode there, bringing that one in, going to walk it in on the goalie, good for the 2, and that's going to put Gravity up by 8. But yeah, as I was saying, clock management is as big a part of the game as anything else, and Gravity is deploying it here just masterfully.
Absolutely, and now with the clock continuing to wind down and much more hefty advantage than than they did have a few minutes ago, all the more as, oh no, a big turnover will result in just a narrow miss, but Simon, at this point, score it or dump it back out, whatever he does, he's gonna wave around and actually juke for the oop. It's a dirty move to end this one, at least in the last minute approaching now. 14-4, 10-point lead. It's going to be out of reach in a moment here, I think.
I would actually disagree with calling that a dirty move. It looks easy, it looks dirty, but ultimately what he's doing is forcing the defense to come to him. He's saying, all right, if you want to make the stop, then yeah, just for conversation, I apologize. Not actually. It's like, yeah, we're good.
I just want to clarify. Not dirty in the sense that I was offended by it. Just it was a little bit. It was jukey. It was fun.
It was a little steezy. It was a little steezy. It was definitely a little steezy. But it was also because sometimes you'll see steez and it's really just for the sake of steez, and that may have been for the sake of steez, but it also had a nice effect of pulling both the goalie and the defender out to him, basically taunting him, saying, "If you want it, come get it." So they both answer that call. They both come out to get it, and it opens up the goal, allows him to pop that one in on a juke. And it was a beautiful goal. But there was also that beautiful goal I haven't commented on. I think that was Finn. At least Finn was a part of that one. It was a beautiful pass, cut pass in front of the goal to put that one in.
I'm just trying to I'm just trying to gauge whether I should go to the pun I was going to go to. I think the time has now passed, though. So Simon will get the disc, and he's going to go for the anchor. Light pass to the bottom. I mean, a few seconds left. It's 14-6. And, well, now that time's winding down, I can go with it. It was efficient. It was steezy. Right there. One more. Threezy. Going for Simon, of course. So you know what? Efficient, steez. Yeah, it's efficiency.
You know what's funny?
Yes.
I think that was the first and only 3 of the game. That we just saw right there.
Yeah. There were a couple open opportunities, but they couldn't quite get it. So that I guess that's a good way to end it as anything for Simon. I mean, just in the last minute and a half or so, getting a couple of goals, and that will secure the victory. So there you go.
And we were talking about near the end of that. We were talking about. I was pointing out clock management. You're talking about how they were kind of slowing it down. And if you look at the team stats, possession time 415 to 210 in favor of Gravity, and that right there, that's a clock management. It's also the possession because that ultimately translates to 16 shots taken versus 7 in favor of Gravity. But our game high points is going to go to Loose Ammo with 8. And look at the assists though. Look at the assists across the board on Gravity. I mean, we've been talking. We've been talking about. The back and forth, the give and go passes, the beautiful passing we're seeing. Both teams are deploying it, but Gravity's been the one most successful so far in this game, and you can see it there. It translates to all those assists: 3 there to Viachex, 2 to Loose Ammo, 1 apiece to Al Pacino and Simon. Every single player on the team getting involved on the offense there and pushing those goals in, and that's ultimately what we end up with there.
Yeah, and will be the second round starting off. And, well, Washed Up is going to be in a position where they need to come back here. Needless to say, I know, Captain obvious, but still. It will be a first shot going from Lewis again. And as I said, Gravity getting started off in those first minute with those goals. I know it's only 2 points, but it does, in fact, bring them some good momentum because it just lets them play their pace where they're always a little bit ahead, and they can just keep that passing, that rhythm going between their teammates. So will be the launch here getting over to Finn over on the other side of the wedge. As you can see, Team Gravity's players just retreating into the defense here. And Boop will collect that disc, just evading Viatrex. There's that midfield brawling that I talked about with Via, ever so frequent. And it was actually a huge part, in fact, of the win in the preseason for the championships. Just Via's brawling. He is very important there. As a bad internet, though, the huge strike, but the huge save. Al Pacino.
Yeah, that's what Al Pacino does best, making those saves, and that one's going to go all the way back into the washed-up end here, all the way down to the bubble, and it looks like that is loose ammo. Trying to get to it, but he can't get to it in time. But maybe off of that bounce, he's going to be able to. But no, it's going to turn around. Boop. No, good stun there from loose ammo, bringing this one in. 1-2, taking the shot, but would have stopped there by Finn, and that one's going to get some.
And right into the deep blue. Not the ocean, but will be taken in outer space by Viatrex in the perfect place following the stun. Just had to give an extra added punch as that shot goes for almost some extra added points.
Oh, but look at that headbutt. Look how fast that disc is moving off the headbutt. And now it's going to be grabbed by Lewis Ammo, who's going to back that one out. Look for the reset there. Viatrex sending that one across. Again, we're seeing nobody really, except until I'm about to say it, no one really holding on that disc for too long. But wow, that defense, I don't know. I'm not really sure what happened there, but goalie leaves a goal, leaves Simon an open lane, and he's able to send that one in for the 3, and now Gravity's up by 5.
And 5 quick ones here. Granted, okay, so a minute 25 off of that last one, but it's the same thing. A 1 or 2 goal advantage for a team like Gravity, and this applies to several teams in the league. Phantoms as well. I think Kangarillas over in North America. As that shot that's going to be saved by Al Pacino. But, ooh, nice grab, actually. So never mind my thoughts as some incredible reflexes come through Dimwi.
Yeah, that was a lot of quick grabs there, back and forth. Now in the hands of Gravity here, but yeah, I mean that kind of shows you how quick it can get turned around. And right there, Taco on Thursday, just hanging on that back line there and stopping that clear from going out. Now more stuns, another turnover. Boop getting the hand on that, sending that one over to Finn. Finn coming in, sending it off of the head of Al Pacino, and Al Pacino's going to get credit for the goal, but it was off a Finn shot from the feed from Taco on Thursday. There was a beautiful setup there, and now Wash Up's on the board, only down by 3.
Yeah, that's, I guess, a good heads-up play from Heads Up, or off at least, as the first 2 go through. Under 7 minutes remaining here in round 2. Team Gravity taking that first round, as Viatrex does dish it off there. But look at that quick stack, lightning fast, totally about Finn and those dangerous stacks. But you know what else is dangerous? Lewis with those brawls, because that is going to be a deep clear with a lot of boosted players coming through. And that's Simon with a 2.
Yeah, wow. Loose Ammo sends that one in deep. You got both teams coming back, and that was such a tight race. They were on top of each other. They get there right about the same time, and Simon's able to get the grab on it and send that one in and put Gravity up now by 5. What a I mean, it almost feels like a Hail Mary, kind of a coin flip of a situation, but really that's going to come down onto your 1v1, 1v2 skills, and Simon has the skills. He's able to put it in.
Trying for a bounce shot, just will roll right off to the bottom side. And back to the midline, Al Pacino playing that area as he generally does, because he is a midfield general for sure, as that pass just barely gets right through the bow tie area. Going for that pass deep. Actually might have had an open goal as well, but kind of got visioned on the passing play instead.
Yeah, it's one of those things you tend to do because you know you need to pass it around the goalie to beat a lot of these goalies. Oh, an opportunity here with Viatrex, so he's going to send that one out. And so maybe sometimes you go for that one extra pass when really in that moment you should have gone for the shot. And it's kind of those are split-second decisions, and you tend to fall to habit. And if your habit is to pass, but loose ammo he's going to take a shot,
nice.
And it's going to make a stop on that one and send it away.
Give him his compliments all the time just for his offensive abilities. He's an incredible striker, but getting a nice grab right there and almost held onto it for even an extra second just to say, oh, I got that, before the clear came out, as Lewis, 14 Gravity, will get it, then lose it to Boop. Now, Boop! Ooh.
Wow.
Instantaneous on the offense. He is not someone who will ever hesitate with the slightest crack in the defense like that.
Yeah, it caught me off guard. Like, genuinely caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. And Boop, he makes those. I mean, that's why he has the shots named after him. He makes those, and he made that one. And now Washed Up only down by 2 halfway through this. Oh, no.
Boy, undoing all that, though.
Ammo. is going to send that one in for the deep three on an empty net. Maybe Washed Up getting a little too aggressive in their formations here.
Yeah, see Maddie in the chat saying, yeah, Boop don't miss. Same with Newton. He don't miss. That is very accurate. And we saw over in the Challengers Cup, Washed Up playing a couple weekends ago. It was the same thing. He had so many of these just zero hesitation shots. I mean, the moment that window is open, that disc is almost guaranteed. I think there are a few other players that I could name where once they release it, it's in. I know it.
Ooh,
Now,
Wit in the background. Obviously, you guys can't hear him, but we can hear him. Wit making the noises in the back, like that one's gonna go in. Oh, did take that bounce though, but I miss Wit in the season because he definitely contributes some, at least to our experience here. But Finn now handling that one in that far side trap, gonna send this one in high to bad internet, going for an ambitious cross pass there to Boop. But just off the mark, Boop does come away with it, though. He is under pressure there by Viatrax. Looking for a pass lane here, trying to pull some defense out, trying to get the formation he's looking for, and he does finally. Sends that one across there to Finn. Finn ducking one defender, coming in, ducking another, and sending it in on the goalie. Finn taking on 4 defenders on her way in and puts it in nonetheless. And now Washed Up is only down by 3 with 3 minutes to go.
look, I know this is Channel 1. I know this is Washed Up versus Team Gravity, but that was a couple alpha ducks for Finn there. That was very, very efficient by themselves. That cut them the lead down actually to 3 with 3 minutes left. So they're still in this, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely they are, and they're the kind of team. I mean, they are playing Gravity, but Washed Up, there's a reason, everybody kind of reacted when they saw that Washed Up was coming in for the qualifier cup, and now with an opportunity, a beautiful pass there to Simon, and Simon's going to bring that one in for the 2 and push Gravity's lead back up to 5. Wow, what a beautiful, that was a long pass there from Lewis.
Seconds remaining. Blocked! Intercepted! Blue! 15 seconds remaining.
Good game. Good game. Good game.
This round is over. Chalk up a win for Blue.
Hello, everybody. Well, that was awkward. I guess you could say we got a little bit washed up there towards the end.
Just a little bit.
Our apologies. It wouldn't be a big match without some tech issues, I suppose. But on the bright side, you guys got to hear about 95% of us on that stream. So
Well,
do
you know,
apologize.
if we can't have a player drop out, we got to have the cams drop out. That's just the way it's got to go. You know that. But we do what we do still have. We do still have the stats up, and so it is going to be Gravity does take the win here into over Washed Up. Game high points there to Lewis Anmo with 18. That is substantial there. Simon coming away with 12. Vichex with 4. Also Al Pacino with 5 saves, but also Simon with 3 himself. And another one there to Vichex. A lot of defense coming in for Gravity, especially. I mean, we saw how Washed Up kicked up the offense there in that the second game, and I really took it to Gravity, but Gravity was still just able to stay ahead. Gravity's just a little bit better in certain situations, and they were able to use that to get ahead here. But Washed Up play, I mean, they played so well. The passing we saw, the goals we saw from these guys, I mean, it was just phenomenal. Masterclass in play from both teams here. But yeah, it is going to be Gravity coming away with that one here in round 1 of the closed qualifiers here in Europe today.
Yeah, and that's going to be a very important victory for Team Gravity here. And for Washed Up, still just got to go into the next round. So again, being round robin, of course, everyone's going to play each other. And very important match that was. And Team Gravity, feeling good to get that first one out of the gate and just getting the results that they wanted to. Indeed, as I mentioned in the pre-show, the once kings, maybe the once and future kings, if they can come back here and just show that, yeah, they haven't lost a step. For Washed Up side, I think individually players haven't lost too much of a step. It's just a case of the timing, the coming together late in the season there. I'm not sure how many scrims they have or haven't been able to get, of course, but just at the end of the day, when you're going up against a very, very high chemistry team who has at least been back in it for the last month and a half or so, it's going to be a tough and tall order. And they were still able to keep it relatively close at points there. Not a blowout situation by any means, but just couldn't quite overcome that barrage of Team Gravity. Assists as well, like you mentioned. That's always a frequent thing. Assist after assist.
Yeah, and the passing, I mean, and I pointed out a few times during the game, Team Gravity's passing, and they were both doing really good with this, but Gravity just really, really was far and away with it. Just the way they were, nobody was holding on the disc for too long. The passes were all like half-second passes. They were all touch and goes. They were all one-touch passes. It was really, really incredible to see. It's obviously something that they practice. That's not something. I mean, right. You could be one of those rare players who can do that naturally without having to work on it. But 99% of the players, 99.9% of the players in the world, they have to practice it to get that good. And you can tell Gravity's putting a lot of time into their passing.
Yeah, absolutely. But so that said, we are sticking with Team Gravity here, and we're gonna get ready to go into the All right, everybody, welcome back to VR Master League here in these round robin cups. So, second round, about to start. Team Gravity coming in hot off that win versus Washed Up and showing why they're the reigning champions from the preseason over here in Europe. But they're still going to have their work cut out for them, as is every team throughout these cups all weekend, for that matter. These are the cream of the crop of Echo Arena. So you can expect good games all around, tough competition, and Smash Dash, I know they're going to try and really make Team Gravity work for this one, because Smash Dash, one of those ever-consistent teams right there near the top every season. We'll see what they can do here today, Dimwi.
They certainly do have a bit of a hill to climb. They did finish the season number 3 with a record of 14-10, MMR of 1230. Smash Dash did, but their record against Gravity, they faced off against each other 4 times this season. Once at the beginning in week 1, once in the final week 12, and then twice kind of midway through. And Gravity did take them 0-4. So I'm really excited to see what Smash Dash might be able to pull out here in the postseason against this team.
Well, I'll tell you what Team Gravity is going to try to pull out is the same thing they had against Washed Up, but no, because the stuns coming in from Smash Dash, the Smash portion of their name, I suppose. Because Team Gravity does really like to favor that very quick score off the joust, and they get it with high success, but denied at least on that first attempt.
Yeah, it's good defense there from Smash Dash to break that up and again. Oh, a nice challenge here, but a better pass and loose ammo from Vitrex. Loose ammo is going to bring that one in for the 2. Get the first points on the board here. 31 seconds in, Gravity's going to take that 2-point lead.
So first attempt denied. Second attempt, though, will not be the case, as will often be the case with Team Gravity. They're just too good with getting those second opportunities and capitalizing on them, just with the great pass work and always looking for the vision on the teammates.
And yeah, look at that setup there. So they send that one up. That was awesome. The stack sent the pass to the player at the midfield. That was Vitrex, and then Vitrex sends it down for the stack to chase. That setup there was awesome. Other players take note. Other teams take note. That's probably something you're going to want to try to copy, because that was awesome. Yeah, enough time is going to put that one in, and Gravity's now up by 4.
Yeah, that's one of the big things about 4v4 as well, because you have the extra player. You can get those extra stacks with more consistency, and a lot of teams do love to favor that, especially the likes of Team Gravity, especially the likes of Phantoms, really prioritizing those stacks as they go in for another attack on the goal. It's exposed for the 3. 7 points now, Team Gravity.
Yeah, Gravity is not allowing Smash Dash right now to get through mid. They're forcing those immediate turnovers, and they're taking such an aggressive stance here that when they force that turnover, they already have a player either downfield or moving downfield, and they're able to take advantage of that. Now 2 minutes in, let's see if Smash Dash can make the adjustments they need to start putting some pressure on Gravity's defense.
See, right there even, you first had that first stack kind of get broken up to split back off to defense. They get the offense going now with another one. It's just like clockwork. Everywhere on the floor, there is a stack moving for Team Gravity.
Yeah, I mean, that really shows you the effectiveness of stacks in the game. Now, if you can be quick enough, we talked about this. I've talked about this a few times now. It's not just the speed of your stack; it's getting together quick enough, it's coordinating well enough, it's communicating well enough, and it's being accurate with the stack. And Gravity is really deploying these here. Look at that; they're running with a double stack right now. They don't even have a player in the goal. That's how confident they are in their stacks.
Yeah, there was a send over there. It was by the barrier, so had that pass gone through on that really long heave, could have been an open 3 actually, but I wasn't able to get it. So instead, maybe it'd be Gravity looking for an open 3. Well, on a stunned goalie, that is to say, so open enough for the goal. That's 13. Wow.
Yeah, goalie got stunned out by the one player. There was another defender there, but the defender had just gotten to the goal and didn't see that shot coming in behind them or kind of around his back. So that one goes in for another 3 there, and now Team Gravity up by 13 here with still 6.5 to go.
So Smash Dash, still some time to score back here as they try to break the stack, so at least trying to address it was Street Boo. You can see continuing actually in the back line, Street Boo doing a lot of brawling, and now Dage back passing to the aforementioned Street as Dage switches off and rotates to Brawl. So I do like the adjustments they're trying to make, but it's just going to be a tough effort as they do get the first 2, so you know what? The adjustments did work. I take it back.
Well, you know, I pointed one of these out in the last game. Gravity deployed a stack breaker against Washed Up, and we
Yeah.
just saw Smash Dash deploy a stack breaker against Gravity, and they did it effectively. The moment they got that stack broken up, they started moving that disc through mid and downfield, and they're able to do that effectively and get their first two on the board here with 6 minutes to go.
Chad appreciating that as well. That entire play was definitely unique. Normally, when you talk about defensive rotations, you're referring to stuff that's going on near the bubble, right? But in that case, that was just the offensive rotations coming in at the midfield. Kind of played defense on the stacks. It was very well played as they get a save here. It's Dage with a clear, actually a pass to Sendo target, who's going to be in the tunnel right alone, but just struggling to find his handles, it looks like, as the recollect comes in now from Slin.
Ooh, Slin tried to send that one off the backboard, but goalie's going to get out, get the hand, and get that one sent down. Good play there at mid. But the other thing I wanted to just chat the way chat was reacting to that play. Stack breakers are actually somewhat common. They're just not talked about a whole lot. And we saw, like I said, I saw Gravity pull one off. We just saw Smash Dash pull one off. It's something we did on Nova. It's something I know Orbit does. And oh, there's a three there from Simon. And speaking of stacks, Simon from 19 meters out, 17 meters a second is going to send that one in for another three here. And Gravity's going to go up by 14. And just to finish that thought, I suppose, a stack breaker is basically coming out in kind of a square formation and just passing it around until that stack can't keep up with you anymore. And once you get it broken up, then you start moving upfield.
Yeah, it's one of those things that is definitely, viable, but it's also kind of easier said than done, especially on the likes of Team Gravity stacks. Gotta mention, of course, as Lewis actually goes in. So here goes with a swing through, but straight through, he denies it. No goal for you, and a send out by Sendo, as now they just need to find something, whether it's a stack breakage or even just a leech. It will be first to the disc, Slin, and goes for the 2 points. So very nice defense, turns it to offense. That's some good alchemy at work right there.
Yeah, that was just a great play there from Smash Dash. They're able to get that one free and get it sent down. And they if they got that player there first, that means they were stunning out the defense in the backfield and they were stopping Gravity from being able to get their stacks together. So Smash Dash are clearly making adjustments here in round one of this series and to try to disrupt Gravity, which they appear to be doing fairly well so far.
Yeah, unfortunately, the clear going into the hands of the midfielder, Al Pacino, playing that spot once more, as he does so effectively. But there it is, Slin with those punches, as he does effectively. Now going for a corner clear, just to avoid that midfield at least. But just not really fast enough on the stacks, it would seem, as 4 different players from Team Gravity all back, and only one for Smash at first.
Yeah, it was Smash definitely looking to do that clear and boost, but it got stopped up. But a long shot there, it's going to hit off the shield and not make it in. But Al Pacino getting the grab on that, sending that one up to Lewis Ammo. Lewis Ammo's going to come in as he's getting stunned out. He gets that one away. He's going to put that one in for a 2. And Gravity's now up by 14 with 3 minutes to go.
So despite the fact that the game did kind of get out of hand a lot because of that really just incredible scoring run, based off those stacks early on. You said it, Smash Dash, they are making adjustments here. And in this context, it is still super important because you can really take that going forward into the following rounds. As a dropout happens here actually for Smash as well. So just kind of when it rains, it pours, I suppose. But they're going to go for an attempted goal before Viatrex clears down left tunnel.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened. It looked like that pass was good to Slim, but Vichek's got the grab on it nonetheless, and now an opportunity. Simon's actually going to walk that one out of the bubble as he had the time. That right there is communication from his teammates, letting him know, you have time, move out of the bubble, go for the 3, and he does there from 8 meters out, and it's good. It's good, and now they're up by, 17 points here with 2 minutes to go.
And not opting for the restart. Granted, a Street Boot did just rejoin, but is likely to be a bit late to the joust, as we can see there. So they indeed keep going. You can hear players communicating that a bit as they roll out. 156 left, and right back to the tunnel as a pileup forms just briefly. Enough for Team Gravity to get a clear out there.
Yeah, getting it through, and Simon now going to take a shot. It's going to hit that nugget and bounce out. And look like, I believe that was Simon trying to get there first, but Dage comes away with it, but sending it right into the hands of Al Pacino. Al Pacino looks for that mail slot, and he does hit it. 28 meters out, good for the 3, and that's going to be good enough for the Mercy. Team Gravity's going to take round 1, 24-4.
What a way to do it, too, for Al Pacino. That is only his second goal of this round, and doing the defensive work, as is usually the case. Didn't score too much against Washed Up either, not because he can't, just because of his position. That's his role typically to play back more. But in that case, he took it into his own hands and say, hey, I can shoot too, and I'm going to nail this male slot. Cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah, it was a great shot there from Al Pacino there, and I didn't call his name. I usually like calling his name. I didn't, so I'll do it belated here. Al Pacino, something like that. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, Al Pacino coming away with 6 points in the game overall off those 2 threes that you referenced there. Simon with the game high points there, currently with 11. Loose ammo with 4, Vichek's with 3. Also, Sis, not quite across the board as we saw in the last game. But you got 2 there to Vichek's, 1 apiece, Opportunity, loose ammo. No saves, which is notable, particularly for Team Gravity, especially. There were 2 goals there, 2 shots taken from Smash Dash, neither of them getting saved, both being credited there to Slin with 4 points on the board, 1 assist to Sendo, and a save to Dej as we start this round 2 here.
And over on channel 2 as well, you have Washed Up and Alpha Ducks playing by the by, casted by Sputnik, Cobra, and Swift, being cammed by SoMuchForSubtlety. So stuff going on either end, and we're gonna go to maybe an end here unless Smash Dash can recover. But Al Pacino starting off the same way he ended round 1. And this is kind of dangerous territory for Smash Dash. They need to open up this round with some offense somehow.
And I also want to point out the placement of that shot there from Al Pacino right up on that edge there, out of the reach of the goalie. That shows that Team Gravity are not forgetting who they're playing. They know they need to, despite the fact they got a mercy in that round 1, they continue to respect the team they're playing. They continue giving it their all. They're not letting up. They're still going to push the way they're going to push against anybody. And that kind of shows in that shot, the placement on that shot. He respected the goalie. He knew he couldn't shoot it at the goalie's chest. He goes to the edge. And now a shot here from Simon from 25 meters out, and that one's good for the 3.
Now that's much more in line with what I'm used to seeing from Team Gravity. If someone's making a 3 and my eyes were closed, by default, usually I'll assume Simon first. He is just a hot shot from everywhere on the floor, especially with those open goals. Very accurate. You know, mentioned Boop in the last round as being one of those players where if it leaves his hand and the goal is open, I'm pretty much settled that it's probably going to be in. Simon's another one of those players. He is very consistent.
Absolutely is, and I mean, there's a reason he's the game high points in round 1, and still game high points with 14 now. And now another Simon. It does have some time. They do have the 2-on-1 on the goalie. Actually, didn't even notice the goalie was there. Goalie's playing very, very far back. Clearly effective as they do stop that offensive opportunity there from Gravity. But they're still going to get another one as Al Pacino is going to send that one in to Lewis. Lewis going across there to Simon. Simon going to come up and around the shield and bring that one in for the 2. And Gravity's going to go up by 7 here, just 2 minutes in.
So almost a similar start, mirroring what they did in that first round. And despite the fact we did mention Smash Dash was making those adjustments for a period, it seems, just still unable to stave off this early offense in this second round opener. So I'm very interested in seeing how this unfolds, but kind of a throwaway there, and you got to wonder if, you know, this is kind of the times where snowballs can happen if they're not careful.
Yeah, absolutely. But, oh, good opportunity there for Smash Dash, but Al Pacino's going to get the grab. Send that one away. Streetboo hanging out in that tube. Not going to let that one get through. Sending that one up to Sendo. Sendo sending that one across to Slin. Slin bringing that one in. And going to plant that one in for the 2. And that's going to cut the Gravity lead down to 5 here off a beautiful play there from Smash Dash. Ultimately, Sendo target to Slin and Slin into the goal.
And this is maybe the shot that can just let them relax a little bit. I know they're in a pressure situation where they do need to win, of course, to advance and have a chance, but at least it lets you feel a little bit more relaxed. Okay, we saw the disc go in. We made a couple good fundamental passes, open passes. Another nice pass is, however, cut off by Al Pacino, so even outside the goal, he still knows how to play those defensive lanes.
No, it absolutely does. For Team Gravity to be this good, for the defense to be as good as it is, your goalie can't just be a goalie. He's got to play more than just that. And someone was trying to express to me yesterday, but that feed over to Al Pacino, up to Simon. And Simon, look at that 3-point play there. Started with, I believe that was Vichek's or Lewis over to Al Pacino, and then Al Pacino over to Simon, and Simon sends that one in. It's one of those moments where I wish we had the hockey style of assists here, where we could see both of the players making the assists in the bubble there, because that was not a 2-player goal there. That was a 3-player goal at minimum. That was a beautiful goal there from Gravity.
And that's one of the frequent themes of a Team Gravity game. We saw it against Washed Up, and we're seeing it here too. It's just, it is usually the case as a shot goes through for
Ooh.
Viatrex. It's usually the case that they're going to end up with everyone on their team getting multiple assists by the end of it. And that's now a dozen points for them off of just another open 3, Dimwi.
And, you know, Shripu saw that lane. I saw Shripu try really hard. He definitely squatted to get down even lower, trying to cover that lane because he saw Viatrex had the lane there on the goal. He tried to cover it. He couldn't get there in time as Viatrex didn't hesitate. And that's why you don't hesitate on your shots. If you have the lane, just go. If you have it, take it. And Simon, he's got a lane again. Going to take that one. Looking like he was going for the backboard. That one's going to go wide. And now into the hands of Sendo. He's going to send it away.
Oh, very nice fling there real quickly before the double stun out on the brawl, but there you go again, despite some backline brawls going on, hearing that by the bow tie, there was still that secondary stack, and Simon recovers it, finds Viatrex on the other side, and now it will just spread out the floor for these 5 minutes to find some more offense, but off the pole.
See how much verticality Simon had there as he drops. He dropped like 5 probably about 5 meters, probably close to 10 feet, over 10 feet, and that was definitely that's squatting. You know, when you're grabbing the disc and you have a defender on you, you need to get it away quickly. You drop with your wrist thrusters and you squat down, and that's how you can get that sort of drop there to get away from that defender, and he does it effectively. And but we are now in the gravity zone here. You got Shripu trying to wrangle this one in that far side trap. Maybe an opportunity here for Smash Dash as Shripu's going to send that one up there to Dej.
And Viatrex just baiting out a little bit on the outside there as that shot just misses. Trying to contest the goalie, and they're starting to feel that pressure here where they want to go for those threes, it seems. But the ding will result in a clear now and retained by Dej. But for how long is a question, because there's just so much pressure coming in just in a hot second, it seems.
You know, that last shot we saw from Smash Dash over on the gravity goal, it looked like it might have grazed somebody's head, and that may have been what sent it wide there to ding off the post. That was a really, really close goal there for Smash Dash.
And 12-2, so they're still within reach, but as more of these soft passes come through, and another good save. That is very important from Shripu. A very, very nice save, and it's not a surprise, but it's always impressive as that shot almost actually goes in too. Wow.
Yeah, that save from Shripu, that was clutch. That's what they needed here if they want to stay in it. 3.5 to go. They're down by 10. It's still possible. Shripu going to send that one back for the reset. Oh, it takes an unfortunate bounce, but so a bit of a race for it, and it is going to be Lewis Ammo getting there first. He's going to send that one all the way down into the Smash Dash bubble. Smash Dash looking to get there first, but no, it's going to be Gravity. That's Viatrex. Viatrex with a one-on-one with the defender. Defender's going to stun him out. He does get that pass off, though. Look for Lewis Ammo, but Dej getting the hand on it. Sends that one back, and now Smash Dash going to try to turn this one around. 3 minutes to go. They need some goals here, but Simon's going to get the grab on that clear.
See what he does with it here as he does go for that bounce shot. Why not?
Wow.
And spins all the way to the other side of the floor in the process too. So 15-2. Someone in the chat was asking about that a little earlier, so I think you got a partial I'm not sure I'd call it a 360 dab like the season 1 or preseason highlights, but it was close.
Yeah, that one's worthy of a 360 dab. That was an amazing shot there off the backboard at such a steep angle. He sends it in on the far side of the goal, but another opportunity. Simon's going to pass this one into Viatrex. Viatrex going back to Simon, but then Lewis Ammo. Simon's getting stunned out. Lewis Ammo, though, is going to come away with that. Slaps that one in, gets it in for another 2, and Gravity's up by 15 here with just over 2 to go. And we're still not out of time, but Smash, if they want to come back here, they've got to do something right now.
Yeah, most definitely. And on that last play, there was some good defense just via the brawling, but ooh, that is very fortunate. Slin got the grab there, but maybe I spoke too soon because it is 19-2. So very tough turn of events there on that missed grab, especially just at a time where every mistake will cost you all the more, and that could cause enough separation at this point. I mean, 1:43 left. It is going to be a tough one. You know, Smash Dash is trying their hardest here. They got the stuns going. I mentioned again their good defense just via the stuns. I mean, winning out 75-59 currently on that department. But just the quickness from Team Gravity. They're not holding onto the disc for terribly long once it gets into the bubble. They're very conscious about the taps and just the quick shots.
Yeah, they absolutely are. And now another opportunity. Viacek's trying to go off that backboard here. They're only down by 17. A 3 will end this for them. Excuse me, they're up by 17. So 3 will end this for them. But Shreebu is going to get that one sent out into the gravity zone, taking a bounce into that trap, kind of coming back into the tube. And Loose Ammo getting a hand on it, but that one's going to get sent out. Actually, I believe that was Simon who got stunned out there. And Slin now maybe with an opportunity. He does have a defender pressuring. Sends that one back there to Dej. Dej going to send this one up. They do not want to get mercy here. Send a target with just 50 seconds to go. They're trying to get some points on the board to kind of, you know, make a statement here. Dej now coming in, feigning a shot, does find Slin, and Slin's going to send that one in for the 2 and 40 seconds to go. Gravity's still up by 15. But a beautiful goal there from Smash Dash to put an exclamation point here near the end of round 2.
Yeah, and at this point, just playing, you know, for the pride points in a sense, and just trying to, you know, finish out this game strong. Team Gravity, again, you just got to hand it to them. They are, they're very much back in their groove, I think, especially after these last couple games. I'm pretty convinced that what Phantom, I still do that. One in every 10 times. But what Phantom said was true. Team Gravity's looking like a contender. Not that they ever weren't.
And that will be a victory here in round 2 to Team Gravity beating Smash Dash in 2 in this best of 3 series. And yes, that's Gravity is now 2-0 in this round robin. And we do still have, however, 5 minutes to go over there. Washed Up versus Alpha Ducks on channel 2. If anybody wants to go check that out. But on this channel, we still Simon did get the game high points there of 21. Which is substantial, especially against a team like Smash Dash. Assists across the board there again for Gravity. We talked about that last game. 3 there to Vitreks, 2 apiece to Alpacino, Loose Ammo, Simon. And 8 points there to Loose Ammo, 8 points to Alpacino, 6 points there to Vitreks, and Slin coming away with 8. All the points there for his team of Smash Dash. Smash Dash did, you know, they did come out to play. They did bring it to Gravity. You know, they didn't make it easy on Gravity. Gravity was not able to get that mercy in the second round. And yeah, it's Smash Dash definitely put up a fight here. But Gravity is they're just so strong. They're such a good team, and it's hard for really anybody to come away with a victory against a team like Gravity.
I'm not sure I remember dating back to preseason week 1 even. I'm not sure there's ever been a time where a player on Team Gravity would finish with 0 or 1 assists. Every single match, I mean, for that matter, for all this scoring, I'm surprised it's not more. But they're uncanny. Even though Simon came through with just a ridiculous amount of points there, just yeah, the passing play, it's always a thing. You saw how many times they really prioritize those extra passes over and over, and it just opened up the floodgates pretty much.
Yeah, it did, and yeah, Gravity is just they're just yeah, they're just a good team, and definitely we can see why they're the favorites here today. They took out Washed Up in round 1, 2-0. They've now taken on Smash Dash in round 2, 2-0, and I believe next round it's going to be Alpha Ducks. Yes, Gravity's going to be playing Alpha Ducks in the next round. So that's their third round matchup there. Sorry.
Yeah, so Team Gravity and Alpha Ducks will be on channel 2 after this round finishes up over there. And on this channel, we'll be sticking with Smash Dash as they face Washed Up. So link was posted down there too for those wanting to go join channel 2 and see how that's going. It's looking like a probable Washed Up victory here in 2. A couple minutes left still, but up 11-2 at the moment. And yeah, until that one is over, we're going to just reorganize ourselves real quick and be back around the break. So yeah, tune into channel 2 and join us in the next several minutes as we look to wind down this cup. Welcome back, everybody, to VR Master League here in our third round of this round robin cup of Europe. So, been an interesting day here. We've had these teams coming in with a lot of stakes at play, and well, it seems that Team Gravity, certainly the favorites, I would reckon to say, will be advancing. But this match right here, this is going to be very interesting, Dimwi, because whoever wins here, they're looking good to advance. This is the highest stakes basically of the entire day, coming down to Smash Dash and Washed Up.
Yeah, yeah, we can say. Well, yeah, we're coming down to these two teams. Two teams from today are moving on to the finals next weekend, and Gravity is we can't say for sure that they're in, but they're probably in. And Smash Dash and Washed Up, however, they're both 1-1. And so ultimately, the team that wins this game is going to be the second team moving on to the finals next weekend. So definitely a lot of some high stakes in this game, because basically this is an elimination game. That's how you can see this. Whichever team loses, they're out. They're out of the finals. They're out of the tournament. They won't be back next weekend. So both teams are coming out to win this one here.
Well, they're coming out hot on the joust. Taking it first is Slin, just slinging it over to the other side, going for that boost. We'll be taking it right back as Dage, and there's the first two for Smash Dash. They're going to love to see that goal light up for them, because it was rough going, certainly against Team Gravity just moments ago. So just to see that goal go in right off the bat, that could be a great sign for Smash.
Yeah, that was how Smash needed to start this one, because Washed Up is not a team that you can let start running away with the lead on. So Smash Dash is going to make that statement early, saying, no, you're not running a lead on us. You got to watch out for us. We're going to run a lead on you. As we do see some beautiful passing from Washed Up after that launch there, as they're breaking into the zone here. Boop moving in on the goal, going to walk it in, and he brings it in for the 2, and that's going to tie it up here a minute in.
Oh, that didn't take all too long, did it? So tied up, and Boop getting the job done from the close range. Of course, every range is close range for him most days. But 1 minute off the clock here, Smash Dash at the joust advantage. Let's see what they roll out with. Definitely we saw some unique things against Team Gravity, but curious to see how they react to Washed Up.
Very curious, and we also saw they made adjustments against Team Gravity, so they're definitely a team that will adjust to whatever team they're playing. And a beautiful stun there from that stack. The stack now moving in, but Taco on Thursday is going to be there to get the grab, sending that one back up to Bad Internet. Looking for that cross pass. Does say Finn, but Finn is going to get stunned out by a beautiful read there from Slin, and Slin's going to toss this one all the way back down into the Washed Up bubble, but Washed Up is there to get the grab, and now another turnover, a little bit back and forth here, as this one's going to get cleared in.
And there's a speed coming through. It looks like Washed Up may have had that had they not gotten just caught up in the Geo. But nonetheless, look at the redirects coming in. Another bit of an overshoot. But there's that secondary stack. Look at the speed from both these teams. The redirects and a direct hit for Boop. 4-2.
Wow, you can see that. I'm watching it on the cast now as well. You'll see it in the replay. Boop moving in on the bubble, doesn't realize he has no time, checks over his shoulder, sees the player's already on his feet, and quickly releases that disc as he's getting stunned out, and that's good enough to put it in. Maybe even caught the goalie off guard, and now Washed Up takes a 2-point lead here, 2.5 minutes in.
Absolutely. Even if that shot, hold on, maybe another shot actually passed down low to Bad Internet. He's going to get the goal, 6-2 here. But yes, that 19 meters a second on that last shot as well for Boop. And that's already going to be confusing enough without it being that fast. Sometimes when you turn your head, you do throw off the goalies from time to time because they just really can't get a read. And then suddenly, boom, it's a shot.
The only 3-point goal I've ever scored on a goalie in comp was against a goalie who looked away for just a moment. And I still can't explain why I ever took the shot, but I took the shot and it went in. It's the only one I could ever brag about. And yeah, that's what we saw there. But Bad Internet going to send that one in on an empty goal from the feed from Talk on Thursday after Washed Up is going to force a turnover off the offensive joust from Smash Dash. And that's going to put Washed Up here up by 7 with 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, so Taco on Thursday assisting Bad Internet there. It was no joke, but they were certainly jesters, formerly teammates there earlier in Season 1, as well as preseason as a toxic unit. So I mentioned in the pre-show that chemistry is a factor, and it's being shown right now.
Ooh, and that feed, that dump in, that was that was kind of a shot. It was like a shot dump, one of those that you'll take, kind of you just wanting to get it in, but you see the goal's open, so you're gonna bounce it in a way that you think is gonna go in. But Gravity, or excuse me, Washed Up wasn't able to come away with it. And now a bit of a race for this one. It's gonna be handled over there by Slin, and back and forth now. Now Dage go behind the goal there to Sendo. Sendo's gonna get that one stolen by Bad Internet, who's gonna get that one sent away now out. And yeah, what a stop there from Bad Internet.
It looked like he stopped himself because now he's currently out of commission on the other side of the floor by the goal. But what a save! I thought that, I mean, that was right head on in the goal. The absolute stuffage on defense. It looks like Boop here actually just biding his time, waiting for Bad Internet to rejoin, and now back passing. So you see Smash Dash maybe wanted to pressure that one because they were at a numbers advantage for a moment at least. Now that's it.
Yeah, for a moment. But Slin taking that long shot. Oh, it's going to ding just wide. They do have 3 players there down, but it's going to get slapped out there. Looks like that was Taco on Thursday getting the slap out. And now Bad Internet going to send that one out. Bad Internet and Finn boosting down, but going to bounce off of that station block on the far side. And that one's going to get sent back into the wash-up zone. Still over 5 minutes to go here. Only a 7-point differential as Smash Dash trying to make something happen. A bunch of stuns coming out, a bunch of back and forth. Slin, though, taking the shot and hits it 18 meters out, 18 meters a second. That's a 1-second goal, and Smash Dash is now only down by 4.
I was about to trying to chime in at some point. I was about to say, Dimwi. Okay, I'm calling it now. I said in the pre-show, Slin is a double striker. What I mean by that? He not only strikes as in scores, he strikes as in punches. I saw that come. He missed the first shot, but then he came down. He stunned just about every single head that got in his way. Got the disc back. He found the second shot. He's not going to miss that one. That is classic Slin, wrapped up all in a nutshell right there.
But now an opportunity here for Washed Up as they pass this one around the bubble. Boop sending that one into Bad Internet. Excuse me, Bad Internet going up to Finn, and Finn's going to bring that one in for 2. And now Washed Up's going to go up by 6 here off a beautiful feed there. Bad Internet to Finn as Finn was cutting in off of that right shoulder block and sets that one in on the goalie. What a beautiful setup there from Washed Up.
And just what a fun pace this is, going back and forth here for these teams. It's definitely fast as is to be expected, but at the same time, it's exciting. These plays that are unfolding here. Just look at the speed once more. All the players from both sides are really not trying to concede anything based off of that stack.
No, they're not. Now, center target doing some juking on the floor, standing away from Bad Internet. Gets a beautiful pass there to Slin. Slin moving in. 1-on-3 with 2 defenders around him, but he's going to get stunned out as he goes for that. But Dave's going to come away with that one outside of the bubble. So Smash Dash now going to reset in the washed up field here, sending that one up to Sendo. Sendo going up there to a beautiful cut pass to Slin, but that one's going to get, looks like a headbutt there by Boop, and Finn's ultimately going to get a hand on that one, send it out. Streetboo now, another opportunity for Smash Dash. They are not relenting. Some give and go here between Streetboo and Dage, going back and forth, right back to Dage. Dage now looking for the pass in, doesn't see what he's looking for. He ultimately does, over to Slin. Slin going behind there to Sendo, and Sendo is going to send that one in for the 2, and now Smash Dash only down by 4.
Emphatic on the dunk as well. I love that entire play by Smash Dash. Those soft passes in the back line, just really gracefully maneuvering through that tough defense and the brawls. Back and forth, 2-man game. Found the open lane, even threw some pass fakes in there, and then the extra pass, and that play did pay off in the end. But yeah, I love the patience, because that first drive by Slin, a little ambitious on a few defenders. So what did they do? They slowed it down, and they found a better opportunity. That was nice.
No, it absolutely was. And now Washed Up getting an opportunity here. This back and forth we keep talking about. Oh, but that pass to Finn gets broken up there. It looked like it was Slin with the stun. But Boop's coming away with that one under pressure. Going to pass that one across there to Taco on Thursday. Taco sending that one behind the goal there to Finn.
Oh.
Finn taking that shot, the hook from above, but that one's going to bounce out. But Bad Internet with the good leech here. Going to get that one back. Sending that one across there to Boop. Boop now sending this one up to the nest there to Bad Internet.
Ooh.
Bad Internet is going to send that one in for the 2. And now Washed Up's back up again by 6.
Hey, fortunate a roll right there, right place, right time. Mentioned that quite a lot, where especially for the new players coming in, and there's been an awful lot of them lately because of the quest port. Yeah, if you position yourself out left, right, and center, all sides of the floor, even on some missed passes, missed shots, you're going to get an awful lot of rebound attempts just thanks to that positioning. So really nice job here from Washed Up, but it will be Smash Dash coming back with a disc.
Yeah, Slim's gonna get that one sent through that right too. We see the chain coming out, but the bounce has got washed up from getting there. But Finn is gonna be playing that goal and get the save on that tube shot. And what a save that was, a necessary save there for Washed Up if they want to maintain this lead with just a minute and a half to go. As that one gets sent in now, and now maybe an opportunity for Washed Up as this one's gonna bounce around that far side trap.
And attempting to contest, Bad Internet getting the disc over at Bowtie, and the stack now breaking apart, trying to break apart the offense. Soft pass handoff to Bad Internet. And what a great, again, the consciousness. Okay, this is a really small angle. I need to throw this with the right amount of touch, and boy, did he.
Yeah, that was that feed from Taco to Bad Internet was just I'm saying it too much. It was beautiful. I mean, I need a deeper lexicon here because I don't have the words to express. I need more words for beauty because I don't have enough of them. Because that was masterful. That was well executed. And oh no, this bounce. Oh, I did not see Shreepu there. That one was headed on its way in if Shreepu had not been playing back there. But 34 seconds to go, I do believe we are out of that fabled mathematical time here. Round one looking to be in the hands of Washed Up as Smash Dash looking to make something happen here, trying to turn that momentum, something they can build on into round two as Boop's going to take that long shot, and it is going to be good for the three at 22 meters out, up by 11.
Uncanny and effortless. As chat mentioned earlier, you see, it's just the shot goes out, the goal is open. Yep, it's it. It's I don't remember a time where I was wrong on that assumption. So we'll be 18-7. He doesn't. As I said, right there near the top of that list, or at the top of the list, perhaps. I'm just. It's fun to watch.
Taco said, I don't care if the buzzer, I want to score.
I like the fact they're called. Do you see? Washed Up is called Best Team. I didn't even realize that until it just popped up on our screen.
Oh man, I said earlier in the pre-show talk on Thursday. I hung out with him yesterday, and he's definitely a fun guy. And I mentioned at the start of the stream, I got to play some chess against him, and he absolutely walloped me in that. And yeah, it's definitely you could see the good, the positivity from him, the you know the joking nature there. As we go to the stat board, Bad Internet is going to come away with a game high points there with 9. Boop following him up with 7, Finn with the 2. Then Slin has a 3 on the board. Dej and Center Target with 2s apiece. Talk on Thursday, though. Didn't get any points, but got 4 assists. So definitely contributing on offense. And then look at their saves. 3 to Taco, 3 to Finn, 1 there to Dej. Taco and Finn, just stalwart defenders there in the washed-up bubble. I mean, you look at the shots taken. Shots are about equal. Possession times 324 to 235 in favor of Washed Up. The shots taken, 11 to 10 in favor of Washed Up. So you're seeing how well, one, Washed Up's defense is doing, and 2, how well Smash Dash is preventing Washed Up from doing too much on offense.
And, well, first round, Smash Dash's offense got started off mighty hot just with that joust, but it looks like here it's going to be Washed Up. Bad Internet.
Yeah, Bad Internet's going to walk that one in. Duck under the goalie as the goalie's kind of feigning a bit of a challenge there, coming out just a little bit of the goal, but staying anchored in. And Bad Internet's going to dunk that one in on the duck. And yeah, good for the 2, and that's going to put Washed Up by 2 here. Now just 30 seconds here into the round 2, but beautiful. Look at that pass there to Dej. Dej sending that one in to Sendo. Maybe an opportunity here for Smash Dash.
Some great passing also, just really bobbing and weaving through the defense as well as the stacks for these passes. Every single one is connected. Sendo target connected. That was a fantastic play. They didn't miss anything.
Yeah, wow, that was beautiful. The passing there. I keep saying it. I gotta stop. I need another word, Palidore. It's killing me. I keep saying beautiful, but that's what it was. It was, I mean, it's perfectly executed. Poetry, emotion. I mean, the passes there, and then the hook shot.
I got one.
Awesome.
I got a synonym for you. It was Palidore.
It was Palidore. Yes, it was.
Yeah. Well, Bad Internet will take that disc, actually back it out to Boop. Boop's going to go right back to him. The 2-man game going in for the shot, but will just judder and flutter right outside the goal as Dej takes it away, looks for a clear, doesn't get a clean one, and it gets stuck in the pocket instead, where Slin awaits and takes a shot that will just kind of turn into a clear. But look at the leech actually from Slin. Wow.
Yeah, a bunch of leashes there. You saw 3 Smash Dash players coming in off of 2 washed up players. It was definitely notable, but it is going to be washed up coming away with this. And now bad internet moving through that left side tunnel over to Finn. And Finn taking a shot. Excuse me, Finn passing it over to Taco. And Taco's going to set that one in for the 2. And they really picked apart the defense there. You saw that pass over to Finn in the trench there. Finn was covered. But the pass was so perfect and on point. Finn was able to get the grab away from the defender and then send that one up to Taco, and Taco was able to put that one in.
And that's pretty classic Finn right there. Definitely someone who can score, someone who can defend. But I think on the whole, she's someone who really prioritizes just being the teammate, filling the lanes, making the passes. Definitely someone who is has that pass first mentality, and I like it.
Speaking of Finn.
In the sense that I have a pass first mentality. Speaking of Finn,
unless I'm
speaking of Slin, it's in for 3 and a 1-point lead for Smash Dash.
Sorry, for a moment I wasn't looking at the game. I was looking. I think it's Finn's birthday. I think someone said that in the chat. Somebody, if anyone in chat can confirm that, I believe it's also Finn's birthday today.
It is.
Oh.
Although
okay,
didn't want to curse it by saying it before. Just you know my history with casters curses, so I didn't want to be like happy birthday and then like anyway. I'm just gonna stop now so I don't make it worse. But over here will be a back pass from Finn to Taco on Thursday. Taco on birthday.
Birthday. Bad internet sending that one over to Finn. Finn now moving up. They have a 3-on-4 here, so definitely numbers not in their favor. Oh, I did not see Taco there on the left side there. Taco though going for that pass over to Bad Internet. Bad Internet. Oh, another cross there to Finn. Bad Internet did not like what he saw in front of him, so he went for that cross pass and definitely was looking for something to happen there, but that one misses the mark. And another pass missing the mark there. A little out of character here for Washed Up, missing a couple of those passes in a row there as Smash Dash now turning this one around, maybe going to make something happen here.
One of those momentum shifts that just you can feel it and you can see it unfolding. So at the moment, a little scrambled, but Boop trying to dismantle it. Again, the immediate shot, that one will not be quite in, but they're just hoping, crossing their fingers for the stack, but Bad Internet does get stunned along the way. I can only imagine it was probably Slin doing the dirty work there as Taco on Thursday gets it back and Boop in the right place for the reception, the pass, the second pass, the stun, and a save, and a lot of plays. That amaze going on for another miss, though, and another rebound. It is sticking here on this side of the floor.
We got a big shout out to Streetboo. We got oh wow, hold on. That cross pass off. But yeah, Streetboo comes out, sees that pass, reads it, comes out, stuns the intended target, but the target gets the shot away. It's soft, so he gets back to the goal, makes a save, but there it is. Taco on Thursday over to Finn. Finn on that right shoulder. Finn's gonna walk that one in, send it in that top corner pocket of the goal. Good for the 2, and that's gonna bring Washed Up back into the lead here, up by 1. But yeah, it's Streetboo. The plays we just saw on defense there were just, I mean, those are highlight worthy. I want to see those sent off to ESPN here.
Streetboo, yeah, mentioned it in the pre-show. Incredible two-way player, can do both, but certainly the defense, a big specialty as Streetboo will see if he gets some offense in, actually going for a pass. So Smash Dash just recognizing the fact that this is kind of what bought them a little success earlier as they go for a shot. There he is. Streetboo for 2, back up by 1. I like the slowdowns from Smash Dash, not rushing.
Yeah, no, every single pass there was considered and it was purposeful, wasn't panicked. They knew exactly what they were doing all the way in there, and Streetboo's going to send that one in for the 2. And now we have one of these games because 1-3 was scored at some point. We got that 1-point trading back and forth, the 1-point lead. So it's very interesting as we only have 4:20 left to go. Nice. And that one now Washed Up is going to be moving this one in on offense here.
And taking it, Bad Internet, or trying to make a pass over. Backboard shot, whoa, from Finn. So gets the birthday dish. Piece of cake. That's 8-7 for Wasted Up. Washed Up.
Just quick shout out to Wit. Thank you. I appreciate you too, buddy. As now it's going to be Smash Dash on the Joust advantage here.
It's good having Wit.
Down only by 1 point. Just under 4 to go here. It's still either team's round here. And if Smash Dash can get a victory here in round 2, we will see round 3 as the shot's coming in. Oh, it's going to bounce off that post, and then Boop is going to get there first and slap that one back. So now Washed Up trying to turn this one around. They do get it all the way down into that bubble. They have a player down that's going to be Bad Internet digging the first attempt there, but ultimately going to get it in, and that's going to finally get us away from that 1-point trade, and Washed Up is now taking a 3-point lead.
Oh boy. Okay, well, yeah, that was almost worrisome if you were on washed up there. But the headiness to get the disc back, and not only on the rebound off of the miss, that ding, but even the first shot from deep there. You saw how they lost connection, but Street
What the
Boot gets it
fuck?
right back. It looks like Dej is now maybe dropped out. He is frozen in space, and that is not great timing at all at the moment.
No, not timing at all. Is now washed up with the numbers here. This one's going to get sent in there by Boop. They do have that 4-on-3 situation. In this one, now Boop getting it right back. Coming in 2-on-1 against the goalie. Goalie stunned out both of those defenders and is able to make the stop. Just wow. Yeah, was that Street Boot? That had to have been Street Boot.
Yep.
Street Boot has just been massive in goal here. Boop. Oh, the 3-on-2. Oh my God! Street Boot getting another stop, and they can't get it back. Bad internet coming away with it. Trying to send that one back to Boop.
Wow.
And Slin's gonna get the grab and send that one out through the right tube.
Absolute heroics right now from Street Boo. If they score off here somehow, despite being a man down, that would have been incredible. But unfortunately, now it's back to Washed Up's hands, so they need to get back on the stack. They are down 3. They've got 2 minutes of their season. Their final hopes are on the line. Boop with this disc is just going to try and maneuver slow passes and really forcing the aggression from the defense of Smash Dash.
But now they have the opportunity here. Bad internet coming in. 2-on-1 against the goalie. He's going to be able to get that one in for the 2. That's going to put Washed Up ahead by 5 here at 1:51. It's remaining here in round 2. We still don't have that 4th player back. I'm not seeing the reset, but I'm also not seeing players in the tube. So I do believe we may just, here it is. The reset's coming through right now. So it was 12-7, 1:51 remaining in round 2. And yeah, it's still not out of the hands of Smash Dash. If they can get that player back, they can definitely mount a comeback here. It's only a 2-point game. A 2-goal game. 5-point difference. And yeah, you can hear them saying of all the times he can crash. The timing of that was pretty bad. But yeah, they still have the opportunity. We're not out of mathematical time. We will be good to go here to finish off this one with 1:51.
Yeah, always feel for those, especially at that timing. I mean, like you said, though, they still are certainly in it, and that was, I mean, Street Boo there. That was almost, if only they could have capped it off there purely for the highlight potential. That would have been insane. One of those season highlight worthy plays, were just 2 saves and a score. Would have been huge, but nonetheless, we're 12-7. Still waiting on the return of Dej.
And Gilligan in chat asked for the bracket, and so that's what I just linked in the chat there. It's the actual bracket over there on challenge.com. You can follow that along. It's updated as we go through, but to get the rankings update, you have to refresh after results are put in. But otherwise, yeah. So actually, so I sent that one through. I'm actually going to send another one here if I can find the page.
Well,
this is where... This is the one on VRML Master League. If you scroll down, you can see all the brackets going on all day today. And if you click on the, you see Powered by Challenge on some of them. If you click on that, it'll take you to the actual bracket page on challenge.com.
And somewhat related to that, too, over on Channel 2, Team Gravity and Alpha Duck still playing at the moment. It's in round 2. Alpha Duck's actually up 4-2. I'm not sure what the first round ended with, but when I did check it early on, about 4 minutes into the first round, it was a similar score there. It was 2-2, 4-2, something like that. So
I saw 6-5 at one point as well.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what's been happening, if Alpha Ducks are catching fire or what the case is, but that's super impressive to see.
I could say this: if Alpha Ducks beat Team Gravity, we might have an interesting situation on our hands.
Yeah, that is very true. But we do have an interesting situation here. That is to say, the conclusion of this second round. It's going to be a little bit of an uphill climb for Smash Dash, but they've got all 4 back, and they're trying to come back here with a just good rollout if they can. But again, that tight defense, that fast defense for that matter, coming in hot from a Washed Up.
Yeah, so Smash Dash now, 1:35 to go, down by 5, and just doing some really good passing here, forcing that Washed Up defense to just play on their heels. But bad internet with a big steal there. That's what Washed Up needed there, as that one's going to get sent out. Chains are away. Looks like Washed Up Chain was there. Well, they would have been there first. They are going to get there first, and that's going to be Finn sending that one in for the 2. And that's going to put Washed Up here up by 7. Still not out of time, but Smash Dash is running out of time. They're going to have to score immediately on this joust here if they want to stay at it.
Yeah, that one is one of the back-breaking type shots at this juncture. Just very tough to start coming back down that much because again, even if you score, just knowing washed up here and the levels of experience we're dealing with, they're gonna be taking a three. Well, they did score, so there we go. But as I said, the problem is big score, but 40 seconds, and they still need to do it twice more for Smash Dash. There is very little time to work with.
You can expect a really fast
Oh yes, oh yes.
boost here from Smash Dash. I want to see how fast it is. Can they get there in time?
Oh no.
No, it looks like they're coming out a little bit reserved here. They do come down and challenge that quarterback. But yeah, 22 seconds ago, they have to score in 5 seconds here if they want to stay at it.
It might have been one of those cases almost trying to go too fast that you just couldn't
Maybe
couldn't get your bearings. So that was the case, either or. That will be the conclusion despite almost a good effort on the comeback. I mean, you had the Street Boo's amazing plays and then Slyn going for that shot. Finn, she's going to cap it off for the 16-10 victory here in the second round, and that is a birthday win for Washed Up and for Finn.
A birthday win and a finals berth here for Washed Up, and Mighty Quinn adding me with that. So Mighty Quinn definitely wanting the Mighty Quinn with 100 bits. And yeah, but that is going to be Washed Up moving on to the finals here. And actually,
I was about to give you props for that. Jeez.
Revisiting what I said a moment ago, even if Alpha Dux does beat Gravity, Gravity's going to be in. The only thing that's going to be affected is the actual seeding.
Hey.
If Gravity or Washed Up's going to be first or second. What's that?
Hey, Wood with a Twitch Prime subscription. Just wanted to say.
Oh, I wasn't looking at chat. I was looking at the brackets. Yeah, hey, Wood with the Twitch Prime. Definitely appreciate that one, man. Definitely appreciate that. But yeah, so it's got to be Washed Up and Gravity moving on to the finals, no matter what happens over there in the Gravity versus Alpha Dux game. So congratulations to both of these teams. Definitely big victories here. They get to move on to those finals. That's going to be a double elimination bracket next I believe
next weekend. So yeah,
we're
closing down the season soon. This it's been a lot of fun, a lot of chaos at times, but man, a lot of fun. And right now, Washed Up, I think they're having a lot of fun because yeah, they, like you said, or like who was it, Mighty Quinn said, got their playoff, their championship berth here, as well as Team Gravity. So the favored members of this cup today, I would say, but again, Smash Dash, such a close effort there in this round versus Washed Up. I mean, it was close. It was very close, and they had some good opportunities. I see again, the Alpha Dux won as well. You know, putting up a good fight on that channel. So yeah, winding it down, but congratulations, just huge congrats to Washed Up as well as Team Gravity, and to Alpha Dux and Smash Dash as well, still for a very fun and very good season on the whole.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Smash Dash, they came in third at the end of the season in the ladder for a reason. A very good team that they are, and but yeah, it was Washed Up here coming in the OPA qualifier. And kind of that dark horse. Everyone knew that they were one of those teams. It was like, all right, well, they're going to be moving through to at least the closed qualifier probably, and that's what we saw. They came in and they definitely made a statement here, going 2-1 in this round robin. Next to we'll presume, as Gravity is taking the lead there on channel 2, so presumed 3-0 for Gravity, but possible 2-1. But yeah, so yeah, a big round of applause to all the teams that came out to play in the season and in the postseason, and everyone here. But yeah, Smash Dash, this will be, I look forward to seeing them on the golf links next week, as they say.
Yeah, well, I look forward to seeing them hopefully in season 2. I can only imagine. Hopefully that's not one of those caster's curse things, but it's like I said going into it. I mean, I love me some Smash Dash and the players on it, and they are consistently one of those teams that just every season, every year, it seems like their players and their team is always there. Some faces change here and there, but I mean, Sendo, one of those originals, not just to the team, but I mean to Echo as a whole, and it's always fun to see them involved, and again, pressing those top ranks every season. Just couldn't get the luck of the draw here, and against Washed Up, who now, the scary thing is, you mentioned them being kind of the dark horse. The scary thing is Washed Up, they have a week to come back and scrim, practice hard. I'm not sure what their roster situation will be like, because I know they're going with a sort of a sub today, an alternate technically, but you know, they have a week of practice ahead of them. They already look this good today. What's another week gonna do? What's another main roster member coming back? Alone, Gecko. What's that going to do for them going into the championships? Dare I say, they're gonna go in as dark horse again, and it's going to be a supremely interesting series next week.
And especially if they can get Gecko back. I know Gecko is currently nursing an injury, as far as I understand it. He's nursing an injury at the moment, so hopefully they can get him back because he's definitely with Boop, paired with Boop and Finn. I mean, the three of them have played together for a bit, and yeah, definitely. You know, they definitely want to get him back, and if they do get him back, that's definitely going to change the terrain a bit as we go into the finals.
Absolutely, a lot of shakeups, but we're ready for it. It's going to be fun. But it looks like over on Channel 2 now, that game just now ended between Team Gravity and Alpha Ducks. It will be the 2-round victory for Team Gravity, but a pretty close second round there, 15-8, as a matter of fact. And yeah, so Team Gravity securing their spot for sure, alongside Washed Up here, and they're not washed up at all. That much is clear. So in the meantime, ladies and gents, we do have, well, this is the conclusion of the European portion of our Cups today, but we have a lot coming up in a little bit, a few hours from now. Little under 3 hours will be the pre-show start for the North American Cups that are happening today. So in 3 hours and 20 minutes from now is when the North American section will begin. And those are going to be some super interesting matches as well. Of course, the race in NA, so very tight at that Master Division, and there's I think some dark horse teams on that side of the pond as well. Coming in here as they're gonna face off Kangarillas here on Channel 1 to start it off, and again that's going to be at a noon PDT. But either way, it's going to be fun. It's going to be super fun. Instinct's one of those teams who have pressed on the top teams an awful lot this season. And I feel like they're kind of like a dark horse of their own over there, because on any given day, they've taken rounds off of these master tier teams. It's just a matter of closing out in those final moments that they've had occasional, struggles with, as quite frankly most teams do against teams like Kangaroos and like Flare and your Infinites of the world. I mean, I think if they have themselves a good day, this could be a very interesting match to open it up on Channel 1. Now, over on Channel 2, we'll have Flare versus Orbit, also launching off at the same time. So more simulcast coming your way. And it'll be a fun time, so join us for that. But other than that, Dimwi, if you are back with me, anything else you want to leave off with, or shall we close?
No, just make sure you come back for those games because they are going to be fun. They're going to be a lot of fun, and yeah, I'm really excited, and I can't believe it's still 3 hours away. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
Same here, and it'll be the same case tomorrow as well. So for those tuning in today, same times tomorrow for both the European and the American Cups. So we have four more teams from each region coming at you, and we'll get those all casted and be happy to. So join us later on today, again, about 3 hours and 20 some minutes from now for North America, and then tomorrow at the same times once more as we do wind down this second to last week of the season. But until then, thank you everyone in chat for tuning in on either channel, wherever it was. Appreciate you guys very much. I see Channel 2 joining us with a raid right quick as we are actually about to peace out as well. So thank you all again for joining. It's been fun. I've been Palidore. That's been SirDimwi casting next to me. Wit has been on the cameras. Over on Channel 2, it was SoMuchForSubtlety camming along with Sputnik, Cobra, and Swift, the casting duo on that side. So thanks to all the casters, all the cameramen, all the crew for helping, all the viewers for watching, all the players for playing. And until the next match, it's been fun. Be happy, be healthy, be safe. We'll see you again mighty soon.